Okay, so imagine this. It's 1998. France is hosting the World Cup. The stadium is packed. The energy is insane. And somewhere in Bordeaux, a team of African warriors is about to walk onto the pitch against the most feared football nation on the planet. No one gave them a shot. Not one person. And yet, here they are. This is Brazil versus Morocco. And it's wilder than you think. Alright, so let me set the scene for you. It's June 16th, 1998. The World Cup in France. Group A. Brazil, the defending champions, the 5-time World Cup winners, the team with Ronaldo up front. I'm talking peak Ronaldo, the guy who used to make defenders question their entire career choices. They're going up against Morocco, an African side that had qualified for the tournament and genuinely believed they could make a run. Morocco in '98 was no joke. They weren't just happy to be there. These guys came in with a 1-1 draw against Norway already under their belt. They had confidence. Brazil, on the other hand, they'd already beaten Scotland 2-1 in their opener. They were cruising. Mario Zagallo, legendary coach, been around since basically the invention of football, had this team locked in. And honestly, can we just appreciate for a second that Morocco had to come out and play this Brazil squad? Like, you drew Norway, okay, cool, fine. Then the schedule says, next up, Brazil. And somewhere in the Morocco camp, I imagine there's just one guy quietly Googling flights home. So the game kicks off, and it doesn't take long. 10 minutes in, Ronaldo gets on the ball, does what Ronaldo does, and goal. 1-0 Brazil. Morocco are barely awake, and they're already down. Now, to Morocco's credit, they didn't fall apart. They kept trying to stay organized, hit Brazil on the counter, make something happen. But this Brazil side? Rivaldo in midfield, Bebeto up top alongside Ronaldo, Cafu bombing down the right flank. It was like watching a football highlights reel in real time. Then the second half comes around. 48th minute, Rivaldo, assisted by Cafu, slots it home. 2-0. And 3 minutes later, 51st minute, Bebeto puts it away, assisted by Ronaldo himself. 3-0. 3 goals. Done. Game over. Bebeto scores and does his famous baby rocking celebration. If you know, you know. And somewhere in the stands, there's definitely a Moroccan fan just slowly eating his snacks in silence. No emotion, just processing. Now here's where it gets actually tragic for Morocco. Even after losing to Brazil 3-0, they were still alive in the group. They came back and beat Scotland 3-0 in their final game. 3 goals. Convincing win. They're thinking, okay, we might still go through. But then, Norway beat Brazil 2-1 in a late comeback, in the last minutes of the game. And just like that, Norway sneaked through on goal difference, and Morocco, despite winning their last match, went home. They finished third in the group with 4 points. Norway went through with 5. 1 point. That's all it was. Football is genuinely cruel sometimes. So what do you take away from this match? Brazil were just on another level in 1998. Ronaldo alone was enough to break any team's spirit. But Morocco showed the world they belonged on that stage. And here's the crazy thing. Years later, Morocco came back. 2022 World Cup, semifinals. The whole world watching. That same African nation that went home heartbroken in '98 made history in Qatar. So yeah, Brazil won that day. 3-0. Clean sheet, dominant. But Morocco never forgot. If you enjoyed this, smash that like button, subscribe, and let me know in the comments whose side were you on. See you in the next one.